Hello folks, welcome back. Today I have a delivery from DIY Watch Club. This is a kit containing a movement, case, dial, hands, and some tools to put this together. I thought I'd give one of these a try. This is not a sponsored video. I paid for this with my own money. Just wanted to see what the process was like. Let's take a look at what comes in the box. Here we have our watch components. We've got the movement, and the movement is pre-assembled. We have the dial, we have the case, we have hands, we have the strap, and we have instructions in this kit, which gives us access to some videos. And then inside, we have some other parts, including a toolkit. The toolkit comes in a faux leather kind of box. We've got a variety of screwdrivers and other pulling tools for hands, that sort of thing. We have a air blower and we have a loop. And under the top layer, we have some more pieces, including a case knife, screw openers, and the like, movement holder, etc. Without the cover on, we get a little better look at the components that came with the watch. Here is a bezel, and we can see at least a couple different sets of hands, and this is really nice because this is one of the areas where you can make an oops that's hard to recover from without a part replacement. So that's nice of them to include that. Here's a better look at our ceramic bezel. Here is our case with display back, the dial, and then the movement itself. Keep that in its case for the moment. This is an automatic MAXI GMT movement that I chose, and you can see that it's installed with the calendar ring still on it. It came with a black strap, and just for fun I also ordered a blue strap. Let's see what that would look like as well. The most important part is the registration card that gives you instructions on how to assemble the watch according to what they've tested. And the advantage of a kit like this is that all of these pieces are guaranteed to fit, and there is some amount of tech support. There is criticism of DIY Watch Club for being more expensive than the sum of its components that you could buy perhaps on Alibaba. And I think that's true. If you already know what you're doing, probably you don't want to do the DIY Watch Club route. But if you're just trying to see if you can work on something small and get a good result putting something together and be set up for success, I think this is a reasonable option. I had intentions of filming the assembly of the watch, but turns out the majority of the work is actually setting the hands, as the movement is basically assembled complete. So the steps involve a movement bracket, mounting the dial, putting the hands on, and putting it in the case. So as I was having some trouble getting a good photography of that, I thought I would just skip to the end and show you what it turned out like, and what went well and what was a little bit more difficult. The good news is the kit is complete, and as I mentioned in an earlier clip, the extra hands were appreciated. I didn't happen to need them, but certainly glad they were there. Fit and finish is pretty good. The front crystal is sapphire, the back is mineral crystal. The MAXI movement has some finishing on it. It's kind of a sparkle on the outside of the rotor. There's some striping on the movement plates. It is not comparable with a super high dollar watch, but it wasn't a high dollar watch to purchase it. This is the GMT model, so it has the red GMT hand. This is a jumping hour watch, which is kind of cool. Pop that out one click and I can change time zones like this, as well as this is how the date function works. There are other watches that work the same way, so if you want to set the calendar, you go around like this to do that. This is not a massively high precision movement. There's some slop in the hands, there's some slop in the calendar, but it does the job, and I was able to set this up with some care and a couple tries with the hands, making the date change maybe 10 or 15 minutes after midnight, which I didn't think was too bad. It has a 24-hour scale on the inside of the dial, and the outside is dive watch style. So this is a little different than a custom GMT movement, but I guess it's kind of a hybrid, so you could do the dive timer style thing. The watch does claim 200-meter water resistance. That maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I guess it depends on how tightly things are sealed up. I don't have a pressure test vessel to verify that, but that is what it is rated at. The dial does not scream DIY Watch Club. It just has a big D on it, which is great. So this looks fine. I mean, it looks like any other dive watch like this. So you'd have no problem wearing this on your arm and feeling embarrassed about a brand that maybe you wouldn't want to see. I'm not sure I would mind anyway, because the DIY part is the whole point of this. But yeah, fit and finish is pretty decent. The polishing is nice. I'm a little concerned about the straps that they provided that are, quick release with a little pin here. Perhaps that is a little bit of a robustness issue. If something gets bumped, you might find your watch flying off your wrist, but certainly makes it easier to change straps. So I thought I would throw this on the timer and just see how it came from the factory, and then maybe we'll try to regulate it and see if we can make it better. So here we are on the timer. We've got 265 degrees of amplitude, and the rate in a dial-up position at the moment shows -2 seconds a day. So that is really excellent. This is a reasonably high-quality movement. It is mass-produced, and at the moment it is not particularly tuned, but that is not a bad thing. We don't have any beat error. If I go to crown down, let's see what happens. Give a little time to settle here. Amplitude still close to 250 degrees, -4 seconds a day. That is not half bad. Try it in a couple other positions here. So in this orientation, we're -9 seconds a day. If all of these show slow, I may regulate it just a smidge faster, but this is certainly not something to be particularly panicked about. If we go upside down, dial down, what do we got? Looks like we're still holding in that -3, -5 seconds a day. So that's actually pretty impressive for a mass-produced factory movement. It says I just drop it out of the machine there. So I'm going to wear this for a while, and we'll see how it does. So what did I think of the experience? I did enjoy this. I am more of a clock guy than a watch guy. I don't have a ton of experience on watch repair, but I've done some of it, and this the kit is reasonable. The screwdriver is very nice. The hand removal tools are very nice and do the job. The hand setting tools, these are probably the biggest area where if you're going to do a lot of these, you would probably want to upgrade this to some kind of a system like the Bergeon hand setting tools or the clones of that. DIY Watch Club has a kind of a fixture that's on their website for about 25 bucks, something that I did not have, that helps you set the second hand, which is certainly the most difficult part of the job. The case tool is fine, the movement holder is fine, the air blower is fine, the finger cuts are fine. Probably the kit part that I liked least was the loop holder. The loop's fine, but this bend in the wire pokes me in the eye. I have another loop here that's a little bit higher quality, and it's just a lot more comfortable because I'm not getting poked by the corner of this. So there's maybe a diameter mismatch between the bend of the wire here and the loop as it came. Other than that, from a tool standpoint, this kit is nice. It was something on the order of $275 or $200 added to the price of the watch kit. I forget exactly how that worked out. And I think, again, the value proposition of the DIY Watch Club kit is it's a kit. You get all the pieces, you get the bracelet link pusher, you get tweezers, you get all kinds of things that you would have to assemble yourself from potentially multiple sources. And that's where the value comes in of having somebody else do that work for you if it's a first time. I enjoyed the process. The instructions were very clear and helpful, and being video, it's very easy to hit pause, back up 20 seconds, listen to it again. Material quality seems fine. And yeah, so I guess I would encourage, if this is something you want to try, I would go for it. They do indicate that the GMT is not perhaps for somebody's first watch attempt, and this wasn't my first watch attempt, and this is the watch I wanted, so I went for it. But trying to put 4 hands on is a little challenging, and so starting with a little simpler watch would probably be not quite as steep of a learning curve. But I would do this again, and now that I have this particular toolkit, I did have a lot of these other tools in a la carte fashion previously, but my next watch, if I choose to order one again from DIY Watch, would be less expensive because I just need the watch. So I was planning to spend some time in regulating this, but based on how it came out of the box, I think I'm just going to wear it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.